Okay, so let's move forward. Now we enter the final part of our webinar today. And you see here we ask questions to extraterrestrials and extraterrestrials ask questions to us. And you see here two examples. The one example, two of many, many others, show you something strange for the first view. The one being, for example, is asking whether our blood, which is red, is hurting us. Strange, that question, right? And the other one is why we as tall humans are not falling over. And the being who asked this last question is a being which is about 3 feet tall, so very little being, and they look to the tall humans. And why I show this questions? Because we have entered a phase where we start to exchange scientific and intercultural information. Intercultural information also means that we have a communication in both directions, right? And I can tell you of the many thousands of civilizations who are working on that project, Mankind on Earth. There are many civilizations we are not in contact normally, but we, during our symposiums, for example, we invite those civilizations working on backstage in that project that we can start to exchange information. That has nothing to do at all with channeled messages, because we are now in a transition phase where we have the transition from channeled messages to spiritual people, now to exchange of information between the population, the human population, and ET civilizations. That is a huge step. And therefore, we have those telepathy centers supporting this kind of exchange on a scientific and intercultural level. And what is very important if it comes to intercultural and scientific exchange, that we understand how those civilizations are communicating. And this model, this 5 steps of communication, is a model they told us, they sent us, because this model is used across all civilizations, more than 23,000 coexisting in that form of federal organization, if you like. And what they told us is that we use this model starting to exchange scientific and intercultural information. And this 5 steps model is basically we communicate telepathically, we receive information, and we interpret this complex information. We evaluate our view of the world. And if we accept this, we can adjust our view of the world and go back into the telepathic communication for further exchange of scientific and intercultural communication. And what they told us that is everything based on peace and love if it comes to communication. That is the reason we focus so much on a respectful opening and closing. And if you have this attitude in your heart, I can learn when I talk to a plant or to a molecule or to an atom or to a device or to an animal, I can learn from you. That is something which opens your heart and allows you to enter this cycle of communication. And if you go back to this here, you see here the opening of the question of the one representative is a statement. And this statement you will find very often during the communication with your star sisters and brothers. The statements show the current state of knowledge. They know. So, for example, they know that the human's blood is red. So, the question is, does it hurt? So, our answer, independent, what our answer will be, would lead to an extension or expansion of their knowledge. And we have a similar thing here with the representative of the delegation from the wonderful civilization. I love them, where they have knowledge. You humans are tall. They know that. And then they have a question, and the answer of our question will give a new knowledge. And that is basically a very good example of that cycle. What we have, and for all those opening and running a telepathy center, we have a special report documents we use for this exchange of scientific and intercultural information, which are available, you can use, which are available in the library, in the portal. So if you receive the login details, you can have access to that report and can use that, and can track the whole communications. That is different now to see UFO in the sky. You understand that is now really we becoming member of the cosmic society. In that phase we are now. And as I told you, and for all those who like to have that introduction seminar about extraterrestrials, we have this one chart showing our sun in the center and in a distance of 65 light years in diameter. We have solar systems or sun systems, star systems, who are very close to our sun. And that is basically the reason we are so much in communication with the Sirians and Pleiadians, 400 light years away, the Arcturians, and so on, because they are our direct close neighbors, right? That is our cosmic neighborhood. And they have a special interest to support the cosmic neighbors moving into the cosmic society. And in that local or Orion arm here in our Milky Way alone, in that arm, in that spiral arm, we have 200 civilizations out of those 23,000 members who are also part of that federal organizational form. In our Milky Way, more than 1,300 out of those 23,000. And the 23,000 life forms or civilizations are just a small fraction of the whole universe with all those different civilizations, just to tell you that. Okay, so what we are doing now, and you received this numbers or number before, is we are now entering the communication phase with our star sisters and brothers. And before we start, we again have 5 minutes.